There are too damn many stars. I mean, out there, in the dark. There's just too many of them. I never knew until I left the city for real, and I'd been driving a U-Haul for 14 hours, wrestling truck tires onto a trailer. But even through the clawing buzz of ruby light, they hung there like the first shadows of rain on a sidewalk. And I fell against the trucks, staring out into that distance. The nearest light, about 5 years old. The oldest sloughing off the years with a brutal disdain, like I might discard a sweat-stained shirt. And knowing those gems took billions of years without thought, my 70 seemed to flicker like a candle. Taco Bell. Live Moss. All right, this next one is called Pomme de Terre. Take apples, red like the pen that failed you out of calculus, place under moonlight until softened. Bury apples in rows, 5 inches between each apple. Fall in love in an AutoZone with a brake filter in each hand. Wait 3 months until you have forgotten the face you loved, until you have forgotten all the faces you have loved. With a well-oiled shovel, remove apples from the earth and draw a blue pearl from the crumbling flesh. This next one is after mishearing a line from John Ashbery. Often he rises at dawn to number the months, turning them over in coffee sweat hands, September, November, and all the other burrs, picked thorn and stem from ragged jeans. He stands in the lawn to raise the axe and lower the axe. Field split scrap branches broken and stacked under the leaking carport. It's not yet 10, and he stands at the door to count the shadows, clouds on the highway, breaking on the rows of maple, takes down the books, counts the pages, folds and puts away the number. The faith of a chimney is that heat and spark and smoke will stay behind brick. The faith of a road is that blacktop continues out of sight. The faith of a year is that 365 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 will one day sum out to 0, but the answer to subtraction has always been difference. And this last poem is called Albeit at Sea. Anger is an anchor, but we were running the chains under drear skies at sea, night, north, November 24th, and it wasn't the gray waves or the spray or the lone tern perched on the line to masts and points beyond, or even the stubborn silence broken by the creaking wood. It was the water rushing in. A rock had bit a crack, and that crack had grown to a leak, and that leak had split to a no, better not to say, what good would it do us now? You've got to sit with your demons, but we were never any good at that. 2 bottles tolling on the broken gray steps at your apartment. Is this sunrise? You looked at me, something pulling up your eyes, and shook your head, let the bottle crack on the sidewalk. Somewhere past these clouds, past even the snow sinking to slush on planks and barrels and all the frayed ropes without end, I know there are stars in the names that my father taught me, and I never could remember the shape of things to come. Only the feeling of this bucket, sullen tin frozen to my fingers, and I think I lost some skin that last time, and I think you know I hit that rock 2 days from shore, and I think you really thought I could sail, and I think an apology like a plowside snow pile, and this isn't worth it. Half the water shakes out like the worst martini, climbing stairs and falling stairs in the heave of the storm, shivering, water not even bothering to drip, just hanging like a film, just like the one playing in my head of that September morning when I decided we'd steal a sail. When I dropped the bucket, it hit the wood like the call to church over gray slate roofs and hills and half-frozen rivers. When the salt slush hit our ankles, you put an arm on my shoulder. The raft came together, a spot of yellow on gray sea, and you whispered to me, "Is this sunrise?" The last time I felt warm was in your arms.